If I asked you to picture the face of a World War II hero, what would you see? A grizzled general barking orders, perhaps, or a stoic soldier holding a rifle? How about a young woman working in a factory, her face smudged with grease, hair pulled back in a tight bun, eyes focused on a rifle she's assembling? Well, that's one kind of hero. And June 6th, 1944 was their day too. Today we remember D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy, turning point in World War II. While men took the glory for liberating France, it was women like her who kept the flame of humanity alive, tending to the wounds that would become tomorrow's headlines. They decoded secret enemy messages, manufactured ammunition under blackout conditions, drove ambulances through cities with shattered windows and blood-soaked seats. Back in Britain, they took over factories, farms, even bus routes. The story of D-Day is not just of battles and bloodshed, but of the quiet heroism that sustained it. Let us tell their stories so that their bravery echoes through generations, reminding us that true courage doesn't always wear a uniform. It sometimes comes in the quiet strength of a determined heart. Of the women like Claudia Vilor, who in the shadow of war showed us what it truly means to be a hero. And when men went to war, it was women who kept the home fires burning. We tell stories of those who stormed the beaches of Normandy. But what were the lives of the soldiers really like? Let's find out. The ramp of the Higgins boat slammed open under heavy Nazi gunfire. Mortars screamed. 19-year-old Haverson stepped into water already stained with blood. Why do we forget that some of the bravest never fired a shot? Beneath the medals and headlines are shadows of sacrifice. History dares not spotlight. Round and bodies floated, some headless, others clutching their dog tags as if hoping to be returned home by name. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and follow for more updates. Until next time. The stench of death clung to the fog, yet the horror had not even begun. German MG-42s shredded flesh like paper, and Haverson watched his friend Baker try to stuff his intestines back into his uniform before collapsing eyelids fluttering like a dying moth. It was the war's most gruesome welcome mat. On June 6, 1944, Private James E. Haverson waded into the sea. Women like Claudia Vilor, a nurse stationed just beyond Omaha Beach, who treated over 70 men in a single day with nothing but morphine, scissors, and a resolve stronger than steel. At the small port of New Haven, bombs fell like hailstones, shaking the operating room where she worked. Her hands shook not from fear but exhaustion, drenched in the blood of boys barely old enough to shave. When not patching them up, she joined long lines of nurses carrying stretchers to the beach, dodging not just bullets, but also the stench of decay. That night, after the shelling ceased, she wandered through a ruined church-turned-morgue, covering corpses with ration blankets. One soldier, thought dead, grabbed her wrist and whispered, "Don't leave me in the dark." She stayed with him until his final breath. Yet amid this hell, unsung warriors emerged in shadows far from the front line. The next morning, she did it all again, and the next, and the next. And Vilor wasn't alone. There were thousands like her. So why then, in every documentary, do we only see generals and tanks, but never the trembling hands that stitched heroes back together? In the official records of the war, they may be footnotes, but in the grand tapestry of courage, their contributions are a vibrant thread, woven with the strength that comes from the quiet cost of war. As we pay tribute to the warriors on the front lines, let us also remember the silent strength that held the home front together. And that's all for today from our channel. Thank you for watching.